Okay. I actually don't. I do have a lot of notes, but I actually really don't think that I have much to say about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think what is this, episode 16? And I'm hearing that it's a possibility that they're going to reboot the entire group, and then they're going back and saying that we're not going to reboot the entire group. We're going to keep three of them. We're going to keep Kenya, Kandi, and Sheree. I think, I think that's what it is. Um, and then there's rumors again about Tamar. Uh, Tamar has been a conversation piece about the fact that they really wanted to bring back her once again. And honestly, I that may be kind of entertaining, but it could also be very triggering. There's conversation about why not bring Latoya Luckett on? And I think that may be something that is interesting. Um, um, so, and I mean, there's a good conversation to have with Latoya Luckett because we all know that her husband left her soon after. No, I think she left the husband soon after the second baby was born, and we saw the disrespect on uh was it on Tiny's? Yeah, Tiny on her the last reality show. I think it ended up being canceled because of the allegations of sexual impropriety and whatever. I don't know whatever happened to those allegations. I don't know, but I think that it would be interesting to see if a reboot. I think the challenge is who wants to come on this show and really get executed this way, um, because it really turns into much more of a fake fest. Now, I did watch, and I think that I did watch Kenya's part one and part two, and I think that she has some very valid arguments. Her argument clearly is that they are not, um, that there's a lot of her life that was missing, and no one is really giving her the just due. Why is that Marlo is getting more of her life story? Instead, we continue to get Kenya talking about having a second baby, which, girl, and the need to have a sibling. I just don't understand. And so the idea is that we did not get to see the bar getting made. We continue to keep seeing. It's clear that she wants her friend to be a real housewife, and because she continues to show up at everything, and nobody is. I think we mentioned her name like what once, who are you? And now it's almost she's just there constantly and nobody says anything about the fact that she's still present at every given thing. And it's almost like she's being cropped out. The producer was read the Riot Act online, and he issued a statement saying that it's not his fault. I don't control what gets put into the show and what doesn't get put in the show. I responded by saying, so then what are you doing? Like, what is the definition of a producer if the producer does not get to put stuff in the show and not put stuff in the show? Like that is the absolute definition of a producer. And they're saying that he doesn't control what gets cut, what gets videotaped, and stuff like that. Kenya was more upset, was saying that Marlo must be on some in somebody's good graces, and Kenya clearly isn't on good graces. And I feel that if you watch the season, you're getting to see more and more that Kenya's getting fed up more and more. And she claims that that she's bored. And it's clear that she is friends with Kandi, and they're real good friends. And that's about it. Okay, I'm going to not look on my. I went to the Beyonce concert last night, and I'm looking at night two's Beyonce concert, and I will be going to night three on Monday. I actually have a couple tickets for sale for like a very low price because I upgraded my seats. And so now I need to figure out what to do with my other seats. But I'm really not trying to actively sell my seats until the other seats come into my account. And so I know that I have them, but they won't tell me what the actual seats are. I know I'm off topic primarily because I just really don't think that I like this show. I mean, I hate to say this, but I do think that this show is a little bit on the whack side. And here we are on the whack, living on the whack side of town. Mm. But anyway, so let me. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and then we'll have a conversation. Anyway, okay. So let's talk. So Jackie, um, oh yes, okay. So Sonia and Marlo, I have no idea how this happened. So Sonia, why Marlo is at her doctor's appointment, you would think that she was having a new baby, but clearly Marlo is at the doctor's appointment because she needs a storyline, and and both of them need somebody to film with, and they want to get a check. So they're there, and Jackie is advising Sonia to have not have her son so involved in the pregnancy. She does not listen to Jackie, and the child is so involved in this. And Drew and we discover that Sonia. I'm jumping ahead because I'm going to make this quick. Sonia and we discover like what on March 3rd that Sonia lost the baby. And so, and had the devastation that her son experienced is because of this. You had Drew and Ralph are talking, and he moved out of the bedroom and doesn't know when he will move back. He claims that it was because of the filming, and um, and the film was only shot in 10 days. So then now I'm confused because the film is over and he's still not in the bedroom. And then she kind of shifts the conversation about Courtney calling her out of her name. And she gets upset because Ralph is like, so you've been called out of your name a few times. Am I supposed to be upset each time that you've been called out of your name? And Drew is like, I think that you should have my back. And the thing that, see, now I'm beginning to really consider Drew constantly, almost every episode, has been like, but that's your cousin. This is your cousin. And what I really think that she's been trying to do is to say that the way that this woman is acting, she's not acting like she is a cousin. She is acting, and so when she keeps mentioning cousin, I think it's a dig. Um, because how is she family? And Ralph, okay, so then they kind of go downstairs. Drew brings in, no, I think it's Ralph that mentions this to the sister, and the sister, well, my daughter is getting on my nerves right now, and she shouldn't be getting on my nerves right now because I will, especially because I upgraded these Beyonce tickets, so she should be leaving me alone at the moment. Um, anyway, so her sister gets into this emotional thing. She's like, look, if banana is a thing, if somebody call Drew a banana and Drew doesn't like the fact that she's been called a banana, then you're supposed to take Drew's side. And so there you get into it. And so then eventually she's like, look, why am I in this? And she's like, I'm having a pretty good day. So she has this little meltdown. Drew pulls him to the side, talking about off, and she wanted the cameras off. Girl, camera stayed rolling and saying, you're embarrassing me. I can't believe you did this. So she's running off. So both of the women are running off. Ralph's up there looking confused. Ralph, stop looking confused. You know you were dead wrong. Anyway, what this really looks like, I'm gonna tell you what it looks like. Since Drew and Ralph came on this show, it looks like they stayed together to keep this show going. And they already plan on getting a divorce. That's what this looks like. They plan on getting a divorce, but they stay together to keep so that they can make some money and capitalize on this situation. And maybe they did try to save their relationship or not. It's a possibility they could have tried to save the relationship because it is good business for them to stay together as long as possible. But then they come into the point where it's like, okay, you know what? You can't even pretend to be a very good husband when the cameras are rolling. You should be at least you pretend to be a good husband when we're out in real public at public events, but you cannot pretend to be a good husband even when the cameras are rolling and these people are in the house. So since you can't pretend in this way, therefore, what are we doing? And I think that's what we're getting um, to why the reason why they filed for divorce. I can fast forward here um, and talk about how August, so just like even when they came to, oh, the counselor, they did have counseling. And Drew and Ralph's counseling, and he's talking about how he's working on himself. He's not going to counseling, but he says he's progressing. But Drew is continuously going to counseling, and he now explains that him not living in the room is liberating, and he doesn't want to move back into the room because it's going to hinder his liberation. And he feels that he's enjoying the fruits of his labor living in a bunk bed. Okay. And then he gives another reason, the temperature. The fact that one person likes to sleep at a different temperature than the other one. They have beds for that, by the way. They have beds that give you temperature, softness, lift, all that, and you can still sleep in the same bed. And then he's like, look, but we have friends that have, and they sleep in separate rooms and they live in their best life. And she's like, yeah, they're divorced. And then Ralph, who hasn't filed for divorce? Clearly they have. On March 1st, they filed for divorce. I was upset at this show. This is the reason why I'm getting so many. This show. They waited all season to get to this point because they know that this is the one thing that we were interested in watching, only for us to film Drew and Ralph, both of them doing this. Let me text, let me text my attorney. I'm gonna text my attorney. Can I talk about this? Oh, and can I talk about this? This thing. Oh, instant response. No, I can't talk about it. Then what are we doing here? Why do we do this? So I was really annoyed. And then in the midst of all of that, hmm, then 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 on top of all that, it's oh, what? I didn't hear. What? It's on right now. It's on right now. Oh, how do you go from this? I have a sock. It's so new. Wait, what? It's on right now? It's on right now? Oh, I know her. We met on the shut on the this on the set of the new movie of Kandi's movie. First of all, pause. I listened to Kandi speak on it, and I felt the same way that Kandi was. Kandi was annoyed at the fact that there was an insinuation that Kandi is the one that hooked them up. When in fact, Kandi does say that Drew told, and Manetta says this, that about the girl crush. Drew told a hairstylist on set that she had a girl crush with Ty. And then the girl was friends with Ty. And so Ty comes on to the set. And Ty, it's not a big deal for Ty to be on the set because Ty was already friends with a lot of different people on set and with Kandi as well. So she kept coming to set and so the whole idea that you're going to throw Kandi into the mix of this, I think is ridiculous. And then I did watch The Pass, and I thought that The Pass was really good. I also thought it was how shady Drew said that I'm not going to do any movies anymore that's not Lifetime or above. Well, this show came out on Peacock. So does this fit your parameters? I thought that was really ridiculous. I did not like that shade at all. And honestly, I would not give Drew an opportunity to do anything with me ever again because you continue to keep throwing Kandi under the bus. You continue to try to downgrade Kandi, and she's the one who keeps giving you opportunities. I wouldn't give her an opportunity. I don't care how good of an actress she is. There is somebody out there that you can have do this role of ignorant um, housewife. Anyway, so Drew goes on and says that she knows her and they're friends. She went all the way down to Houston for a basketball game. She don't even play basketball. Ty doesn't play basketball anymore. She's retired. But she went to Texas to see Ty at an event. She went to her basketball game. So, oh yeah, she coaches. Um, and then she came, and then everyone was remarking that she did come. She did invite Ty to her husband's Ralph's birthday party. And like right after Ralph's birthday party is when they filed for divorce. So Ralph was trying to Drew claims that he did never came back into the bedroom. Ralph claims he did go back to the bedroom. I don't believe Ralph. Look, Ralph and Drew are both liars. The fact that Courtney said that Ralph warned her about Drew being a liar sent me over the edge. How dare you do something like that? I thought that was inappropriate, wholly offensive. So I just can't. Um, um, where am I going? Your sister is speaking in mouth. Yeah. Okay. Sheree and her daughter are driving, and Sheree is talking about not paying bills. Let the bill collectors call. Wow. Here, she does ask Tara, did you know about the other daughter? And she's like, yeah, I've met her and I know her. I don't understand this. Like, your mom gets choked out and gets abused by this man, and you were old enough to see it, and he is not your biological father. And you know all this, and you can keep a secret like that from your mama. Girl, as soon as I knew that somebody that this woman existed, I would have called my mama. Girl, do you know what your ex-husband did? Your ex-husband is talking about just introduced me to a woman who claims to be his daughter, and she is this age. Now, Sheree may not have cared, I don't know. But the fact that you think that I wouldn't tell my daughter, that I wouldn't tell my mama, I don't understand that at all. Kenya and the daughter and the dad, they're all over talking. She mentions that she wants to have another baby. The dad's like, oh no, she almost died during the last one. And she's like, no, I'll have a surrogate. And he's down for that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Marlo is at the archive and she brings the friend boy, I don't know. Boyfriend, boy slash friend, friend boy, I don't know. And they put that at the bottom of his name, which I think is jacked up. But whatever. Back in the archive, the whole time I was trying to figure out, is this what is this? Is this in the house? Is this like a little store? Like, is this little renting an office out of rental space? Like, what is this? The showroom, I didn't understand the showroom's outline. It looks cramped. But anyway, Kandi's party, she has 200 people. They put they put stars on the ground. I thought it was really cute. But I think next time you should work on the spacing because the spacing was off. The stars were crooked, but A for effort. Um, Heine was there, Ti was there, Kenya's friends that we have no idea. I can't remember her name, but she wants her to be her housewife that nobody seems to give so much of an interest to. Cynthia was there, Shamia was there, Shamia hosted, Sonia was there. She's talking about how her stomach was cramping, which is clearly a sign that you may be miscarrying. Courtney was there. Of course, Courtney and Allison get into it. I listened to Allison talk on her interview, and Allison was explaining that Courtney is the fake cousin. I am now under the belief that Courtney is not only, she does say that she's not a real cousin, but I'm under the belief that Courtney and Ralph are having a sexual relationship. You can't tell me no different. Allison was like, I'm not cool with you. You don't call me and my sister a B and then think that we good. And so Courtney explains that she eventually apologizes by saying, look, I'm gonna dead this by just saying I'm sorry. Um, and Allison's like, Courtney is fake. I'm not fake. Courtney is she's like, I'm okay. What I think first of all, I think this argument is stupid. Let me just put it out there. I don't care if you call me a bitch. I don't like it. But am I going to have this whole massive argument over you called me a bitch and this is no. I think you need to do something more to me than that. With that being the case, Courtney does in her interview with Kandi, Speak on It, she does tell Kandi that she was imitating Drew and that it was actually kind of directed towards Drew. So it wasn't she calling Drew a bitch per se, but she does. So fine. All these people who were trying to defend her by looking at the camera and saying who she really called, I think she's calling Manietta a bitch. I'm not sure. Maybe she's calling Sonya a bitch. I'm not sure. Okay, let's dead it. She was calling Drew a bitch. Fine. Not like anybody cares. I just think this argument is very, very stupid. And then Courtney does this whole, I don't think that I should be apologizing to a person who has a mental issue. I was just like, oh, so now we're going there. Okay. I thought that was whack. Um, Kenya walks in between them and she's like, the hands are a problem. I thought that was funny. Like I said, Shamia introduces the Pass trailer. The Pass is really good. Joyce actually is there to be supportive. She says, I'm going to counseling, but nobody has started the group counseling together. Kandi feels that she's in a good place. Sheree feels that she's healed the fibroids. She talked about how Martell and her are friends. Girl, Martell is on Lovin'. I'm going to do a review of that trailer, by the way. I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I'm tired. Um, well, Martell is over here wearing a wedding band in the Love and Marriage Huntsville trailer. He's wearing a wedding band all the while you talking about how great you and him are in a relationship. Girl, stop. Marlo is doing the same thing, same old, who cares? And then Kenya is opening the spa. At the end of the day, my last thing I'm going to say is I think that Ralph likes the cameras of Drew. I don't think that he likes Drew. He likes the attention, he likes the financial opportunity that he can get from it, but I don't think that he likes Drew. And so here, and I don't think, and therefore I think that this divorce is going to go on and on and on. And he's going to hopefully want to stay on the show so that we can see the dragging out of this relationship, like Peter and Cynthia. And on that note, I'm tired.